gravel bike ride number 2. This is cool. So I have already ridden about 50 kilometers, a bit of tarmac, bit of gravel, and now riding around this, yeah, look at this, it's cool. This reservoir, and instead of taking the bitumen road, there's all these different gravel roads we're taking instead and just testing them out. It's really cool. It's really cool. Maybe I should get onto the road. Oh, look at that. I definitely need to just put the camera away for a moment. This is cool. It's so slippy, the mud, the wet, and just navigating that and seeing how the tyres handle it so well. Just getting out of it, I think I must have cut the tyres up too much. That's so cool. I couldn't stand doing that on a roadie. Yeah, I would not have been able to stand like that if I was on Fuji on the road bike. Yeah, kangaroo. Look at that. I just missed it hopping here. This is definitely worth it on the gravel bike. And there's a couple of sections going on the main road, and it's just like, oh, there's traffic, and I'm just like, oh, get me back on the off-road where it's like this. It's peaceful, it's quiet, you're not having to worry about all the trucks and the cars, which you kind of just get used to when you're on the road bike, and you just don't know that it's part of the deal, but maybe it doesn't have to be, you know, if you're doing this kind of stuff. Oh my God, look at that. It's like, when I go around the corner here, sometimes they're like ones like this, they look worse as you're approaching them, and then you get closer and you get on them, and they're not as bad as when you're actually looking at it. So as I'm getting closer, it's looking a bit better. Back wheels scooted out and they had no traction. I think though that's because I've pumped it up too much. I pumped it up to 60 and it keeps skidding out everywhere. So I think I need to do a lot lower. I mean, when I rode it the other day, it was 10. When I thought I'll just test it out. But yeah, definitely not 60. I think the max on these tyres is 65. So, yeah, I wanted to pump it up higher because I wanted to go faster on the tarmac, but I'm sure there's a happy medium. I'm a bit good on the gravel and fast on the tarmac, so I'll figure that out. Or you can let me know in the comments what I should do. Alright, I can do this from here. See? Back on the bike. Actually, I just realised I didn't even have it in my easiest gear. That probably would have helped as well because I've got it on, look, there. So I still have one more left. That would have probably helped as well. A little bit of air out of these. I mean, there's no traction when I've got it pumped up. That was a good test. I needed to figure that out myself. So yeah, 60. Not good, like it just skids even when I'm going down, when I'm going up, it just spins out. And when I rode it the other day when it was only on 10, felt like I could go up anything, and this one I'm just like, no, I don't trust it. So, okay, so get a little bit out. Oh shit, I didn't know that width is coming up. is a cool place to stop and have something to eat. There's a food land here, there's a bakery, fish and chips. There's a cool little creek thing here. Toilets, water. But yeah, the funny thing is with the gravel, like, you know when you ride on the tarmac, it's just always the same. You might have potholes or it might be raining, so it might be sort of a bit slippy. But there's different, big thing for me today is like there's these different kinds of gravel. So the gravel today is so different from the gravel the other day, which was sort of more chunkier and yeah, this one's really slippy. It's really slippy, slidey gravel. It's you've got to be a little bit more careful. And it was quite scary coming down that one just before because it was my wheel would be sliding up. And so many times on the one we did just then, I kept thinking, okay, I'm going to go down. I just kept thinking I'm going to go down, but I didn't. But I think that's because if I was on Fuji and I was doing that same ride, going at that same speed, doing the same thing, I would have probably gone down. So it's different to, just learning to trust the bike a bit more. The tires, they've got more grip and that sort of thing. So even though it's slippy, and also just getting gravel legs and understanding, what to do when it slides and that feeling and knowing how far you can take it. So there's different types of gravel. So it's not like on the roadie, just repeating myself, but not like on the roadie when you're just riding just on tarmac and that's it. There's not really a lot of variety in the surface really. But and the mud. The mud's really slippery as well. The mud is so slippy. It's like, whoa. And there's splatters all up your back. So it's cool. This is really cool. So we're going to go up, do some more riding. It's about 70 kilometers into the ride and then head back. Have done about 1,000 elevation and then we're going to do this like sim, which I've done on Fuji. So it'll be interesting to see how I go on here with a different gearing but the better tires. So it'd be interesting to see. But food. The last time I came up this, I was on Fuji, and I did the whole thing without getting off, without walking. So I should be able to today. So it'll be a good test of the gravel bike. Although I don't have the gearing that I have on Fuji, so we'll see. Sweating. I definitely need some different coloured clothes, not black in this heat. Gravel is definitely good. Although the gearing's Fuji gearing is so nice. You can have an awesome bike with awesome tyres made for gravel, but if your gearing's got one of these, it makes all the difference. Better put two hands on the steering wheel going downhill. Look at the gravel there. It's so slippy and like little gravelly bits and stuff, and it was just really steep coming down there, so I just felt a little bit safer coming down, although I think once I get my gravel legs on better, I'll be able to come down things like this a lot faster. But This is nice though, look at this. Slipping up. Okay, cool. I'll get back on now. I'm right up there. I keep forgetting to do this. Check this out. I keep forgetting to put it into the easiest gear. I don't know what it is. I just yeah, this happened a few times and I look down and I'm like, no wonder. It's because it keeps going down and then up and then down and up, and you've got to, I don't know, it's a different, you know, when you're riding on road, there's plenty of time to change, but here it just seems like it's, and you're navigating everything, like the pine cones, the rocks, the mud, the big sticks and everything, and then it's just suddenly down and up and there's things hidden in the grass. Such a different way of riding. Kilometers and about 2 more kilometers to go. Just stopped to have a muesli bar. But there is a wood-fired pizza over there and I'm like, that sounds so much yummier than my muesli bar that I just had. Maybe I'll get some pizza after this before heading back to the train. Anyway, so the difference between riding a gravel bike compared to riding a road bike. This is my second ride and I have a bunch of things to tell you actually. So, first one, I pumped this up to 60 psi. I probably shouldn't have done that because it was so slippy on the gravel. So I thought it'll be really cool for riding on the road, it'll make it faster and stuff. But on the gravel, yeah, I don't want it that. So you saw me, like I put that down and it was better, and I probably could put it down a little bit more actually. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what do you do? Like, what are your tips around riding the, you know, the road and gravel, and what PSI is good to have on your tires? So that's one thing. A really cool thing is when you're riding on the road and you've got those verges that you ride on. When you're on your road bike and you go into those, they're annoying to ride on because there's all this gravel and there's potholes and there's rubbish and there's trees, and it's horrible when you're on your roadie. But when you're on this, it's no problem. You're just riding on the edge. Oh, it's really cool because you're just like, oh, this is okay because I can ride over everything. Another thing is, like, when you're planning your route on Strava, remember that it might take you longer to do some roads, because we did this like little detour, that one that I showed you, and it's like this and it's grass and everything. So sometimes, you know, on the road bike you kind of know, you can plan your day, how many hours it's going to take you, because like you just know. But when you're detouring and you're exploring and stuff, it's like something that might take you 20 minutes to ride 10k on the road might take you 2 hours when you're out on your gravel bike and you've detoured somewhere. And that was really funny. And what else? There was something else I was going to say as well. Anyway, follow me on Strava if you want to, like, yeah, check out the route and stuff. Yeah, so, but yeah, follow me on Strava. Check that out in the description below. And there was one other thing I was going to say as well, but I can't remember. But yeah, my chain came off a couple of times, again about 3 times. A friend said that maybe it's because I'm backpedaling, and I do actually do that a little bit. When I'm just coasting, I'll like be sort of pedaling forward and back like that, and it did come off at one point, but a couple of other times it didn't. Like it was just, I was pedaling forward, so I'm not sure why that's come out. Maybe the chain's just a little bit loose. It's cool, it's really cool. I love it. Like yeah, I think this is really cool, like so much fun. I'm keen to do more riding on this and exploring. I love that, like I've said, like in the video, the other one that I did, check that out here if you haven't seen it. But it's the thing that I was iffy about, and the reason why I kept putting off riding on a gravel, even though I love riding, and I was taking my road bike on the gravel. The thing I was iffy about was riding on the tarmac and it going slow, but it's not. Like, it is actually quite a decent speed on the tarmac, and I really like that. So yeah, I'm really loving this. Oh, I need to get another seat because it freaking hurts. So I need to get a better seat. But yeah, remember to subscribe, follow on Strava, join my community, check out the button below as well, join my community. I'm sharing more stuff on there that you won't see on all my other socials, and keep an eye out for the next video. Thanks for following. Happy riding.